Well, today is International Women's Day, and women all over the world are making their voices heard, pushing for equal rights and celebrating the sisterhood of being a woman. The holding was first celebrated 110 years ago, and over that time, women have fought to take more prominent roles in business, public safety, politics, and just about every other fabric of our society.
And in honor of trailblazing female leaders in our state, Team 12's Mike Gonzalez takes a look at some of the most prominent women in the Valley and across Arizona. Mike?
Hey, good evening, guys. Well, International Women's Day is celebrated all around the world, and women here in Phoenix have a special reason to celebrate tonight. Some of the greatest leaders in Phoenix are, in fact, women, even in the fields that have been dominated by men over the years. We're talking the police department and fire department. Both are now run by women here. Take a look.
According to the best of my abilities.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
And with that, Kara Kalkbrenner became the first female to lead the Phoenix Fire Department in December of 2014. It's the largest fire department being run by a woman in the entire country.
It's important to a lot of other people that are females in this position. To me, it's business as usual.
Chief Jerry Williams.
In October of 2016, she was joined by Arizona native Jerry Williams, who became the first woman and just the second African American to lead the Phoenix Police Department.
I am today humbled, honored, blessed, fortunate, just kind of a wow experience to have been selected to be the next police chief for the Phoenix Police Department.
Williams joined by the third prominent female leader in Phoenix when Thelda Williams was appointed by the City Council in May of 2018 after Greg Stanton decided to run for Congress.
I just want the city to move forward. I want us to be as nonpartisan as possible. I want to concentrate on public safety, making sure we have paved roads and we have safe and available water supply.
Kyrsten Sinema became the first female ever elected as an Arizona senator in November of 2018. She was joined by Martha McSally when Governor Doug Ducey appointed her to fill John Kyle's vacant Senate seat. Other notable female political leaders in our state include Karen Fann, State Senate Majority Leader, and Charlene Fernandez, who's the State Senate Minority Leader. Katie Hobbs is Arizona's Secretary of State, while Kathy Hoffman was recently elected as Superintendent of Education. And we can't forget former Governor Jan Brewer, who left a lasting legacy on the state. So certainly a lot to be proud of. Other prominent leaders include female tribal leaders Jane Russell Winnecki, chairwoman of the Yavapai and Apache Nation, along with Monica Atone, Lieutenant Governor of the Gila River Indian Community. There are certainly many more that we could have mentioned, so many on this list on International Women's Day, and certainly I'd be remiss if I didn't mention our very own Tram Mai, who is a leader in journalism in her own right. That is for sure.
I will second that,
Yes.
Mike. All right, thanks.
Too fine.